This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. I have with me Terren Peizer of Catasys, and it's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is CATS. Terren, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you for having me, Shelley.
It's good to have you. Let's start out with telling our audience an overview of the company.
Catasys is in the behavioral health space, and what we're doing would be analogous to what Amazon has done to big box retailers like Sears and Best Buy. We're part Amazon and we're part Uber. The reason we're part Amazon is we're virtual and we scale throughout the country. We now entered our 14th state, and the existing standard of care are facilities-based models like rehab centers and behavioral health hospitals and alike, and even prisons. Those cost a lot of money, and they are now, as NIH will tell you, inpatient care is not more effective than outpatient care. What's important is duration of care. So we created a 52-week outpatient program with the University of Washington, Seattle, integrating care, combining the medical with the psychosocial in an integrative care outpatient basis to register a better result than what they would get in inpatient facilities throughout the country. We're also part Uber in that in our three-person modality, we have a medical doctor involved in the treatment, we have a psychologist involved with the treatment, and we have a care coach. The care coach is our employee and is the glue to the program. The medical doctor is in our provider network. They are our independent contractors. They are our, quote, Uber drivers, just like our psychologists are our independent contractors, like our Uber drivers, and pun intended, we drive our patients that we get through the health plan to the independent contractors and create an 80% retention rate in a 52-week outpatient integrated program. And we're scaling. We've announced contracts with Aetna, Humana, Centene, also Fallon Health, HAMP, etc. By year end, it's quite possible that we have contracts with health plans that represent 75% of the covered lives in this country.
Terren, let me ask you, how does insurance reimbursement work on this?
So unlike the industry today, where health plans would only pay 5 to 10% of what a behavioral health patient really needed, in our model, the health plan pays us and we treat the patient with 100% of the treatment costs. The health plan pays us $8,500. We provide our outpatient proprietary program, and what's important about our program, the system in the country is set up passively. 90% of the people with behavioral health problems, substance dependence, depression, anxiety, never seek treatment. 75% of those with a behavioral health disease never submit a claim for it. So the insurance companies don't know who these people are in their plan, and as a result, it's a passive system throughout the country. What's different about us, we use big data analytics, predictive modeling. We target the 20% of the patient population that costs the 80% of the problem. We target them through our big data analytics, and we use proprietary enrollment techniques, engagement techniques, and modification of behavior techniques to give this an 80% retention rate throughout a 52-week outpatient program. As Humana announced a year ago, and they presented a paper to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, not only did their patients get better, but they also saved 60% of the treatment medical costs of these patients through emergency room visits and hospital stays. Each one of these high utilizers of medical services costs the plan $30,000 a year. They save 60% in each of the first 2 years on these patients using the OnTrak, that's the name of our program, Catasys OnTrak program for substance dependence, depression, and anxiety.
Question. Are you first mover in this space? Do you have first mover advantage?
Yeah, we are first mover. This is changing the whole paradigm, just like Amazon and Uber are changing their paradigms. We are the first mover. We're the first to offer a nationwide scalable program that's replicable throughout the country that gets 100% reimbursement and an outpatient integrative care program.
How long did this take for you to develop?
12 years. I founded the company 12 years ago, and it's taken $170 million to get where we are today, but we're finally here today. We entered the fourth quarter of last year with 2.3 million lives. We finished the fourth quarter of last year and beginning of this year with 5 million lives. So we doubled the size within one quarter. We announced at the end of the first quarter we had 7.5 million lives. And heretofore, by the end of the year, I think we'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 million lives as we reported in our SEC filings. For every 10 million lives, according to our model, we do $63 million of net cash revenue and about $25 million free cash flow contribution. Again, for every 10 million lives, and we think by year end we could be as many as 20 million lives and still not scratching the surface of our customer needs.
Terren, what's your background?
My background is...
I know what you've been doing for the last 12 years, but what did you do before that?
Well, not that it really matters for this model, but I started on Wall Street in 1980 at Goldman Sachs. So I have a Wall Street financial background.
Let's get your website out there for more information.
Okay, that'd be Catasys.com, Catasys.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Terren Peizer, Catasys. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is CATS. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. Terren, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Shelley.
My pleasure.